So how did it come about that you are doing an installation project at Adhisthana this year?
Because I offered to make a large post. I make posts, that's what I do. And often when I was walking around the fields, I was thinking, oh, this just needs a post in the middle of it that reflects the colours of what the surrounds of the post. And then I thought, actually, then it could be repainted maybe 4 times in the year, maybe on full moons. It's actually a full moon tomorrow. So it could become this impermanent post that is going to rot away, and it can be reflecting what's going on around it. So I took the idea to Sadhanandu and came with Bandu, and then discovered it was the 10th anniversary this year, so we thought we'd tie it all in.
Lovely. So maybe if there's more to be said about the kind of vision for it throughout the year.
Yeah, so we've started off. So I've been making posts for a couple of years since I swapped from painting into post making. So I do see them as paintings, expanded paintings. And I thought, so the first incarnation, the one now, is quite subtle. So you're really seeing the post, and it's being sliced, and then there's a central bar, and it's like beads. I've made holes in the centre of the slices, and I've stacked it back up like lots of wooden beads. So the colour is just in between the beads. So unless you walk up to it, you're not really going to see that there are tiny slices of colour. When the sun shines, you'll see it more. And I took photographs, and I've just taken 7 colours that are around at the moment. So it's quite subtle, the first thing. It's like spring, you know, it's mostly, well, we're not quite into spring. It's mostly wood at the moment with little bits of colour. I choose 7 colours, which is interesting. I realise I'm also a musician, so I think they're like notes, really. So that's the first incarnation. In May, June, it'll get repainted, and it might have much more colour on it, and reflecting what's going on in the garden, as it's placed near the garden. And then there'll be an autumnal version. And then there'll be a winter version, and I guess by the time winter comes, we want to really dull the colours down. Maybe I'm going to be sanding all the colours off and just leaving residue of the colour. I don't know, but I think it's going to like really burst out and then get much, less colour in the winter. That's my vision for it.
And you said you feel like, it just really needs a post. Could you talk a little bit about what the posts mean?
Yeah, so I see them, or what they've grown to become for me, are anchors. Just anchors in the ground, or sometimes they're on freestanding supports, so sometimes they're in a house or in somebody's garden. But they usually represent something, they're anchoring something, so an idea or just springtime or autumn time. But they're these amazing still things, and I see them as being anchors in this pretty crazy world. When you go and stand next to them, they have a really strong feeling of their own. They're trees, aren't they? So it's like standing next to a tree that's been played with. But I just see them as anchors, and this one was an anchor just to reflect impermanence, really. It's as simple as that. Yeah.